Hello everyone, just a little update from the previous video. I decided to add the realism overhaul configurations to the reactors in Near Future Electric that didn't already have RO configurations. This ended up being not just a matter of marking them RO configured, because some of them were legacy reactors, I found out. Two of them, there's basically 5 reactors that needed to be marked, and 2 of them were normal ones, and 3 of them were legacy ones. And the legacy ones didn't have system heat compatibility yet, so I added system heat compatibility. So now all of them have system heat, though to 850 Kelvin level. They're really running high on loop temperature because I don't have any radiators on this stack. But I decided to just add that compatibility here. I haven't checked every little detail about it, but it looks like the numbers are fine. I'm satisfied that they are realistic reactors given their mass and the power output. They're all in the megawatt range. The reason why I decided to revive the legacy reactors is because Realism Overhaul has reconfigured a lot of the reactors, and it has configured them as reactors that produce about 5 kilowatts to 200 kilowatts. So they're fairly weak and also inefficient reactors. They're sort of the current state of stuff, or probably older. Most of the time they're like from the 60s. So that's why I decided to revive the legacy ones, because then they are more powerful. They're more in the megawatt, single-digit megawatt range. So this is 5 megawatts, and this one's 3 megawatts. So they're like that, and they're physically big still. You know, that's a 24-ton reactor there doing 6 megawatts. But they're sort of in a different class. So that's why I decided that these 5 should be back, and also including the Realism Overhaul configured ones, I have created a Textures Unlimited configuration for them so that they are shiny. Because I like shiny ones instead of dull colors like stock alike. So they're Textures Unlimited configured, safe for deferred rendering, because you know they're not transparent here. And let me show you how to get these things, because it'll be on my GitHub with all my other Realism Overhaul configurations. Alright, so I'll link this page in the video description. There's no release here. You're just going to download individual files as necessary, whatever file you want. You can't delete it, but you can download clicking the dots in the corner. You can't see it. I cut that off, but yep, you can download each individually, and you can see their code, obviously. And this is the Near Future Electric one. It's RA instead of RO because RO already has a Near Future Electric configuration, so I've marked it as a Raise Aerospace one. And same for the Near Future Propulsion. So that's to add certain thrusters like my Vasimirs and stuff like that. It's mainly the electric propulsion. And then various RO configurations for other mods like KSP-Interstellar here, and Lackluster Labs and USI. And then here's the Textures Unlimited configurations: Sterling Systems, Planetary Base Inc., Near Future Electric, and Far Future Tech. So, and actually I should, no, I didn't do Near Future Propulsion on that yet, I think. So this page I'll link in the video description so that you can pick those up. And I will continue to make more configurations, but I'm going to make my own reactors as well. Like I said, I had pointed out that I wanted to have a decision between doing it the near future way, which means that these all have integrated a shielding generator plus the reactor. The more important thing is the fact that the generator and the reactor are both built in. That's different from KSP Interstellar, which has a separate reactor and generator, and that allows you to automatically use a reactor with the thermal nozzle to create an NTR or something like that, so you can use it in direct mode, direct fusion as well as direct fission. So you don't have to use it to generate power, the reactor I mean. So that's an interesting feature of KSP Interstellar, but that does require a KSP Interstellar. So one way would be compatible with system heat plus near future. That would be the way with everything integrated like these are. Okay, well, I should separate them. These are not all the same parts, just to be clear. And then there's the KSP Interstellar way, but you would need the KSP Interstellar plugin to run it that way, unless I create a new plugin. So I'm thinking maybe I should just create a new plugin that is system heat compatible, but can separate out the reactor from the generator and also handle radiation. So maybe. I'll have to see if that's possible. I will need AI help for that, basically, because I can't figure all that out myself, probably. That mainly because I can't access the KSP API. I have no idea what's in the KSP API. Every time I search for it, that page seems to be busted or gone. So I need that information, and there's like some remnants on Wayback Machine, but not very easily searchable because it's a large document. And so I am sort of relying on AI remembering what the KSP API was. I feel like I can't figure out the landing gear either, and there's yet another thing. So we'll see. But I would lean towards, the near future way with system heat has the benefit of the system heat management dialog, but the downside is that the parts have to be fully integrated. But I would normally lean towards this system because we can use system heat properly. System heat, otherwise, you got the reactor, you got the generator, you have to figure out exactly how to do that and communicate that with system heat if it's separate. And so I would have to check that out. So anyway, thinking about that, and it's a high priority for me to get the power systems all sorted out because they are sort of critical, and that's why I made the calculators so that I could figure that out and figure the heat situation out and everything. But I really would like to somehow make both the system heat stuff and the KSP Interstellar stuff compatible. But I feel like I could probably get the reactors in KSP Interstellar to work with heat control just like I did with the radiators, but I would have to wipe out the way the reactors work, which means that I would be wiping out the fact that they don't generate the power themselves. The system heat reactor module generates the power. Okay, so there's no way, I think, to have a system heat compatible reactor that doesn't generate power, because that's sort of built in. Unless I create a new module. So that's the idea. Alright, so that's the progress here, and you can pick up the configurations. I'll put that in the video description. That's a good reminder that we have those configurations available. And yeah, with that, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do press like. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them in the comment section below, and I'll see you next time.